You think you know her, a monster with snakes for hair, a stare that turns men into stone, and a scream echoing through myths. But beneath the legend lies a truth far more haunting than any curse. What if Medusa was never the villain? What if the monster was created by those in power? Today, we reveal the 7 shocking truths about Medusa that mythology kept in the shadows. The victim, the weapon, the woman the gods tried to erase, and maybe the most misunderstood figure in all of Greek myth. Forget everything you've seen in movies. Medusa wasn't born with snakes on her head. She was once a breathtakingly beautiful woman, so stunning that even gods couldn't resist staring. She wasn't immortal like her Gorgon sisters. She was mortal, human, and fragile. She served Athena as a temple maiden, devoted to purity and divine service. The monster we know today was once a girl in white robes, praying by candlelight. One day Poseidon, the god of the sea, saw her, and he wanted her. Right there in Athena's temple, he forced himself upon her. But instead of punishing Poseidon, Athena directed her wrath at Medusa. A goddess, offended that her temple had been defiled, punished the victim, not the aggressor. She twisted Medusa's beauty into horror, hair into venomous snakes, eyes into weapons of petrification, a curse disguised as divine justice. We've always seen her powers as a curse, but what if they were protection? After surviving violation, exile, and divine betrayal, her gaze became a barrier. A warning to the world, come closer and pay the price. She didn't become dangerous, she was made dangerous. Medusa never chased mortals, she never hunted heroes. She hid, in silence, in fear, in fury, and all who dared disturb her faced the consequence of their arrogance. Perseus, the so-called hero, didn't fight Medusa in combat. He didn't challenge her face to face. He snuck into her cave while she slept. With gifts from the gods, a mirrored shield, a sword, winged sandals, he struck her in her most vulnerable moment. It was not courage, it was execution. And when he cut off her head, something miraculous happened. From her severed neck sprang Pegasus, the winged horse, and Chrysaor, the golden warrior, 2 beings of purity and power, born from her blood. Even in death, Medusa gave life. Let that sink in. A woman violated, cursed, and murdered still created something beautiful. Athena took Medusa's head and mounted it on her shield, the Aegis. The very goddess who cursed her now wielded her power. The woman once called dangerous was now a divine tool of war. Medusa's pain was recycled, her power stolen, her silence used to glorify the gods. Today, Medusa has risen again, not as a villain, but as a symbol. She represents every woman silenced, every survivor ignored, every voice punished for daring to scream. She is a warning to those who abuse power, a reminder that pain can become strength, and that monsters are often made, not born. So, was Medusa a monster, or was she a warning etched in myth for what happens when powerful women refuse to be silent? She was shamed, cursed, and erased, but her story survived. And today she stands not as a beast, but as a symbol of what happens when a woman reclaims her power. Let Medusa remind us that silence is not strength, that rage can be righteous, and that women, when betrayed, broken, or burned, can rise not as victims, but as forces no one dares to chain again.
If you believe in voices long buried, finally being heard, subscribe to Obscure Truths, because in the shadows of myth, truth still breathes.